In the study of plants or botany, which is also related to crop science, it is important for us to understand how plants produce their own food. And that process is called photosynthesis. In fact, one of the things na superpower ng halaman na pwedeng-pwede nating kainggitan sa kanila is that plants can produce their own food, whereas tayo, as animals, we seek glucose, we seek sugar from external sources. Kaya kailangan nating maintindihan ano ba itong proseso ng photosynthesis. And for today, we will be discussing that. Particularly, magfo-focus tayo doon sa three types of photosynthesis in plants, which are basically adaptations on how various crops, various types of plants produce their own food. So bibigyan ko muna kayo ng overview on the process of photosynthesis. So we will not be diving deep on this one, just an overview, just a summary on what photosynthesis is, because I believe I have discussed this in one of my lectures before. So typically, photosynthesis is how plants produce glucose on their own. And ang ginagamit ng plants sa pag-produce ng glucose or the sugar that they use for energy is sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. And sa process ng photosynthesis, nakakapag-produce siya ng sugar na ginagamit ng halaman for its own metabolic processes, while at the same time, ang byproduct ng photosynthesis is oxygen. You have to take note that the photosynthesis is subdivided into two processes. The first one is the light reaction or light-dependent photosynthesis or light-dependent process, wherein your plant will use sunlight para i-split yung water molecules to release oxygen and then create the molecules for energy, which is ATP and NADPH. So that's the first stage of photosynthesis. And hindi pa po natatapos dyan. Because in order for the crop or the plant to produce its own food, kailangan niyang tumuloy sa second stage of photosynthesis or the second process, which we call as the light-independent process or also known as the Calvin cycle. In the Calvin cycle, yung carbon dioxide na inabsorb ng ating halaman will now be converted to glucose by using the energy na nakuha niya from the light-dependent reaction. Okay? Now, when we say light-dependent reaction, tinawag siyang light-dependent kasi kailangan niya ng sunlight to split water molecules. Whereas light-independent, hindi niya kailangan ng sunlight dito to convert carbon dioxide to glucose. Okay? Now, the process of photosynthesis or photosynthesis can be categorized into three types. Okay? The most common type is what we call as C3 photosynthesis. C3 photosynthesis, ito yung type of photosynthesis that is mostly done by 85% of your plants, right? So kapag ang discussion is photosynthesis sa mga biology textbook, madalas ito yung process na pinag-uusapan nila, C3 photosynthesis. But later on, we will discover that there are two more types of photosynthesis that are actually adaptations of plants with regards to producing their own sugar or glucose. So i-describe ko lang in summary kung ano ang nangyayari sa C3 photosynthesis. So the first step is that carbon dioxide from the atmosphere will enter to your plants. Saan? Ano yung parang gate kung saan pumapasok yung CO2 mo? Doon sa yung carbon dioxide mo, pumapasok siya doon sa stomates ng ating dahon, right? Now, when the carbon dioxide enter the stomates of the plant, an enzyme called rubisco, anong gagawin niya? Ika-capture niya ika-capture niya yung carbon dioxide. So rubisco is this enzyme that obtains the carbon dioxide as it enters into the plant through the stomata. Now, when the rubisco captures the CO2, ang gagawin niya, ibabind niya yung carbon dioxide to a molecule called RUBP. So, i-combine niya yung carbon dioxide and RUBP, and the product of the carbon dioxide and RUBP, so yung produkto ng dalawang yan, is 3-phosphoglycerate or 3-PGA. So, yan ay isang, this is a 3-carbon molecule that is first produced when the rubisco captured the carbon dioxide and combined it with RUBP. Kaya naman, ang tawag sa process na to ay C3. Yung 3 ay nakuha sa unang product, sa unang 3-carbon molecule product ng carbon dioxide. Yan. So the 3-PGA now will enter dun sa ating Calvin cycle, and out from the Calvin cycle, it will now produce the necessary sugar na kailangan ng halaman. So C3 is the basic process, kumbaga. It is the most efficient process, pinaka-less yung energy output na kailangan para matapos yung buong process ng C3 photosynthesis. And most of our plants that we see, like yung golden bush natin, yung mga pananim natin sa highlands, yung mga flowers natin, they do, yung kanilang photosynthesis is more likely falls under the C3 category. Now, what happens sa C3 mo kung wala masyadong carbon dioxide na pumapasok sa dahon ng halaman? So ano kaya yung case kung saan wala masyadong carbon dioxide ang pumapasok sa halaman? Paano kapag maaraw? Right? Now, we know na kapag maaraw, too much yung heat, yung natural tendency ng stomates natin, particularly the guard cells, is to close down. So magsasara yan. And kapag nagsara yan, malilimitahan na ngayon yung number of carbon dioxide na nasa loob ng dahon. At the same time, okay, so meron kang carbon dioxide sa loob ng dahon, hindi na siya nadadagdagan kasi wala nang pumapasok na CO2 kasi sarado na yung stomata. But at the same time, doon sa area ng dahon na yon, may mga molecules din tayo, may mga oxygen molecules din tayo. So what will happen here? Kapag masyadong intense yung araw, magko-close yung stomata, and then the carbon dioxide and oxygen molecules will get trapped inside your leaves, particularly inside your mesophyll cell. Okay? By the way, the C3 process only happens in the mesophyll cell part of your plant. Kasi later on, mapapansin natin na yung next na process natin, it occurs in 2 areas within your plant cell. Now, for C3, sa mesophyll cell lang po siya nangyayari. So, balik tayo dito. So, kapag nagsara yung stomates, yung carbon dioxide mo and yung oxygen mo will get trapped in the mesophyll cell. Now, of course, through the process of C3, gagamitin ng halaman yung carbon dioxide na yan, gagamitin niya yan, and gagamitin niya yan up until such time na maubos na yung carbon dioxide na nasa mesophyll cell. Now, what happens? Your rubisco is actually not just binding with carbon dioxide, but also binds with oxygen. So therefore, kapag naubos na yung carbon dioxide, your rubisco now will use oxygen and will bind to the oxygen molecule. But this time around, kapag si rubisco kinapture niya yung oxygen, hindi ka na nagkakaroon ng photosynthesis at this particular event. Okay? So ibig sabihin, ang oxygen, walang gamit yan sa photosynthesis. Hindi po yan nakakapag-produce ng sugar na kakailanganin ng iyong halaman. Nagkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na, so instead of photosynthesis, nagkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na photorespiration. And photorespiration is basically an activity that is such a waste of time for your plant. Why? Kasi sa photorespiration, sinasayang lang ng halaman yung kanyang energy, walang glucose na napuproduce, walang energy na napuproduce. So, photorespiration is not something that we want our plants to do. So, ito yung kahinaan ng ating C3 photosynthesis. Kasi sa C3, once na matindi ang sikat ng araw at nag-close yung ating stomates, yung CO2, mauubos yan up until such time na ang gagamitin na ni Rubisco is yung oxygen molecule. And sa paggamit niya ng oxygen molecule, marami lang nasasayang dyan na energy and wala namang napuproduce na glucose or sugar. So this is just a process that is wasting energy for the plant. Kaya naman, for some plants, nagkaroon sila ng adaptation. So kapag matindi ang sikat ng araw, ano ang ginagawa ng ibang mga halaman? Dadako na tayo sa C4 photosynthesis. Okay? Now, ganito ang nangyayari sa C4 photosynthesis. Kapag matindi ang sikat ng araw, natural, nagko-close yung ating stomates, sabi natin, right? But there are some carbon dioxide that already entered the plant cell. So particularly, when the carbon dioxide first enters into the plant, papasok yan doon sa mesophyll cell or palisade mesophyll area ng iyong cells. Now, sino ang magka-capture ng carbon dioxide dyan? It will now be captured by an enzyme called PEP carboxylase. So kukunin ni PEP carboxylase yung carbon dioxide and then i-combine niya sa molecule na PEP. Okay? Now, when PEP is combined with carbon dioxide, nagpo-produce siya ng enzyme called oxaloacetate. And this oxaloacetate now is being converted to malate. Kanina, sa C3, the conversion produces the conversion produces 3-PGA, right? So it's a 3-carbon molecule. But this time around, yung produkto na oxaloacetate and malate are 4-carbon molecule. Hence the name C4. Kaya siya tinawag na C4 kasi ang unang product niya is a 4-carbon molecule. Now, when oxaloacetate produces malate, the malate now will be diffused to another part of the plant cell. Papasok na ngayon siya sa bundle sheath cell ng halaman. Sa C3, sa mesophyll cell lang nangyayari lahat. But this time around, sa C4, parang meron tayong dalawang bahay or dalawang rooms where photosynthesis happens. At first, carbon dioxide will enter into the mesophyll cell, pero once na na-convert yung carbon dioxide mo to malate, it will now enter the bundle sheath cell. And anong meron sa bundle sheath cell? Nandyan yung RUBP natin. Okay? Now, the RUBP is the same with your Rubisco. Dumidikit yan, nagbabind yan sa carbon dioxide. Primarily, pwede rin siyang mag-bind sa oxygen. Pero, dito sa bundle sheath cell, wala ka halos oxygen na makikita dito. Okay? So, there is no oxygen here kasi yung oxygen matitira po dito sa mesophyll cell. Bakit? Kasi si PEP carboxylase, ang kinakapture lang niya mostly is carbon dioxide. Hindi siya nagka-capture ng oxygen. So hindi dumidikit yung oxygen sa kanya, so naiiwan yung oxygen dito sa mesophyll cell. Whereas, in dito sa bundle sheath cell, puro carbon dioxide lang ang nandyan. So kung puro carbon dioxide lang ang nandyan, si RUBP dumidikit dyan, nagko-combine siya with the carbon dioxide and is now producing 3-PGA, okay? Or yung 3-phosphoglycerate natin. So yan na yung second na produkto ng ating C4 photosynthesis that will now result to the production of sugar through the Calvin cycle. Okay? So yan yung C4. To summarize, ang C4, kino-convert niya yung carbon dioxide into a 4-carbon molecule called oxaloacetate and malate. So yan yung first na product niya, 4-carbon molecule, kaya siya tinawag na C4. Now yung malate, papasok ngayon yan sa bundle sheath ng cell, and from there, doon siya magbabind with RUBP to form its second carbon product, which is 3-PGA. Now, itong 3-PGA na to, yan yung gagamitin through the Calvin cycle para mag-produce ng sugar. So, I hope that is clear, okay? So, that is C4 photosynthesis, and mostly nakikita yan sa mga halaman na nagtathrive sa may init na lugar, katulad ng ating sugarcane and mais. Okay? Now, there are certain kinds of plants naman that thrives in the desert. Okay? Katulad ng ating cactus, for example. Yung mga halaman na to, iba rin naman yung style nila with regards to their photosynthesis process. Ang tawag natin sa process ng photosynthesis sa mga halaman na nasa disyerto, we call them as crassulacean acid metabolism, or in simple, in its acronym, we call it as CAM photosynthesis. So gagamitin natin yung CAM photosynthesis to make it short. Okay? Now, in your CAM photosynthesis, ang photosynthesis ay nangyayari lamang sa loob ng mesophyll cell. I want you to take note of that. Ang C4, nangyayari siya sa mesophyll cell and sa bundle sheath cell. Ang C3, mesophyll cell lang din. Ang C4, sa mesophyll cell lang din. But, here's the catch. Since yung mga halaman natin na nasa disyerto, nasa napakainit nilang lugar, hindi sila nagbubukas ng stomata tuwing umaga. Bakit sila magbubukas ng stomata sa umaga? Napakainit nga. Lalabas lang yung moisture sa kanilang katawan. So they do not do that. In the morning, they close their stomata. So if they close their stomata in the morning, saan nila nakukuha yung carbon dioxide nila? Right? Ang carbon dioxide ay nakukuha nila tuwing gabi. Kasi for these CAM plants, they open their stomata during the night kung saan hindi ganun kainit. So during the night, they will open their stomata and carbon dioxide will come in. The enzyme that will capture the carbon dioxide is same as C4. It will be captured by the PEP carboxylase. Okay? The PEP carboxylase will now combine. So pag i-combine niya yung CO2 and PEP para makapag-produce ng 4-carbon molecule. Okay? It will produce oxaloacetate, and then later on it will produce malate. So dito na siya nagkakaiba sa C4. Kung papansin niyo, the first process, this one, parehas lang sa C4. Pero dito na sila nagkakaiba. Kasi yung malate, kanina sa C4, yung malate napupunta sa bundle sheath cell. But for CAM, yung 4-carbon molecule, particularly yung malate, napupunta siya sa storage area ng cell, which is the vacuoles. So napupunta dyan yung malate. So nandyan na yung carbon dioxide na gagamitin ng halaman sa umaga. Okay? So, after the night ended, mag-uumaga na. Lahat ng malit na na-store sa vacuole ng plant cell will now be released here, still in the mesophyll cell, para gamitin ng RUBP. So, RUBP now will bind with the carbon dioxide produced from the malit in the vacuole in order to produce yung ating 3-PGA or 3-phosphoglycerate. Now, this one is now useful para makapag-produce ng sugar yung iyong CAM plants sa umaga kahit na sarado yung kanyang stomata. Alright? So in summary, sa CAM, kinokolekta ng halaman yung carbon dioxide sa gabi, tapos ini-store niya yung carbon dioxide na yun sa vacuoles, and sa umaga ginagamit niya yung carbon dioxide para makapag-produce ng sugar through Calvin cycle. Okay? So yan naman yung ating crassulacean acid metabolism process of photosynthesis. On my next slide, I will just summarize everything that we have learned. Right? So C3, yan po yung pinakasimple na process. It is mostly found in 85% of your plants, katulad ng cabbage, patatas, carrots. Those plants that are found in wet and cooler areas, C3 photosynthesis ang process ng mga yan. Carbon dioxide will enter the leaves through the stomata, and then nagpuproduce siya agad ng 3-PGA, ginagamit for Calvin cycle para mag-produce ng sugar. So pretty straightforward. Sa C4 naman, yan yung mga halaman na nasa maiinit na lugar katulad ng sugarcane and corn. So this time around, there are two areas in the cell that are involved, mesophyll cells and bundle sheath cells. So when carbon dioxide enters your stomata, it will be processed to become a 4-molecule carbohydrate in the mesophyll cell. Tapos, madi-diffuse siya papunta sa bundle sheath cell kung saan magbabind na siya with RUBP to produce 3-PGA that is now used to produce sugar. So this time around, kahit na mag-close yung stomata dahil sa sobrang init, kahit na mag-close yan sa sobrang init, meron pa rin ginagamit yung halaman na carbohydrates, particularly dito sa bundle sheath area of the cell. Yung CAM naman is mostly found in your desert plants or in your succulents, katulad ng ating pinya. CAM photosynthesis ang ginagamit niyan, and aloe vera. Now this time around, during the night, anong mangyayari sa CAM? During the night, the plant will be getting carbon dioxide. It will open its stomata to get carbon dioxide during the night, tapos i-store niya sa vacuole, and sa umaga, gagamitin niya yung stored carbon dioxide na yon to produce sugar. Ang less ang energy na ginagamit is the C3 process. Okay? So less ang energy dyan. Although, ang problem dito is that paano kapag matindi masyado ang sikat ng araw, they are prone now to wilting because of photorespiration. Remember, sa photorespiration, walang glucose, walang sugar na napoproduce, puro wasted energy lang yan. So kapag sobrang init, hindi talaga makakasurvive yung ating C3 plants. Sa C4 plants, medyo magastos siya in relation to its energy. Medyo magastos yung paggamit niya ng energy. Bakit? Kasi for the first part, kailangan niyang i-convert yung 4-molecule carbohydrates into a 3-molecule carbohydrate. So nadagdagan siya ng one step. Nadagdagan siya ng another process. And doon sa karagdagang process na yon, merong energy expense doon. But the energy expense is worth it. Kasi nakaka-adapt ng maayos yung C4 plants mo kahit na matindi yung araw. Ganun din sa iyong CAM plants. Sa CAM plants mo, medyo magasto siya sa energy kasi nag-i-store siya ng carbohydrates sa vacuoles. It takes energy to do that. But it is worth it. Dahil sila ay nakatira sa isang arid, disyertong lugar. Hindi naman sila nagbubukas ng stomach sa umaga kasi napakainit nga. Okay? It is worth it na mag-spend ng energy on the storage of the carbohydrates in the vacuole para makapag-produce siya ng sarili niyang pagkain pagdating ng umaga. So this is a brief overview on the three types of photosynthesis, C3, C4, and CAM.